When I was a child, we lived for 2 years with my grandparents, the parents of my mother. They had lived through the Great Depression, which was a global crisis, economic crisis, in the early 1930s. Although they were relatively wealthy, they were still very frugal. I learned of many things from my grandmother. One of them was the importance of hard work. She had us do chores while we lived there. At first I didn't like it. I thought that maybe it should qualify as cruelty to children. I didn't know any friends that had to do that type of thing. Nevertheless, she insisted we do the chores, and she told us how she had to work hard growing up. Her mother had died when the youngest child in the family was born, so they had to work hard and help each other. The Bible also encouraged me in this area. In Colossians 3:23 and 24 it says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." When I work, I want to do my best primarily to please God. It makes me happy when other people like my work and are blessed by it. But even in times where no one says thank you, I can feel good about my work if I did my best to please God. Learning is an important part of doing our best. We can learn new skills or find better ways of doing things we already do. My grandmother always stressed the importance of a good education. I also saw this value modeled in my husband, who is an excellent auto mechanic. He was always learning more about how cars worked and learning better ways to fix and maintain them. Often learning new skills can lead to a better paying job, but this is not always the case. Despite his skill, my husband was in a low-paying job as a mechanic. Yet his learning made it so he was not only good at fixing cars, but also at fixing almost everything else around the house. This meant that our vehicles were always in good shape, and we didn't have to pay someone else to repair things for us. His skill may not have helped him earn more money, but it helped us live on the money he did earn. As our family grew, I was concerned about our children learning about God and reading the Bible. Public schools in the United States do not teach a Christian worldview. Even though I had more formal education than my husband and a better paying job, I felt that God was directing me to homeschool our children. This meant leaving a good paying job to teach our 4 children at home. In order to do this successfully, I had to learn some new skills. Rather than eat out or buy convenience foods, I needed to prepare meals at home from basic ingredients. I also needed to be able to repair clothing since new clothes are quite expensive. One thing I didn't realize until much later was that learning these basic household management skills was as important to my children's education as the math and science that I taught them. I am thankful for the way God has taught me, through His Word and the examples of those around me, the importance of hard work. My work brings me joy as I seek to honor God.